The bakers of Weber's Bread present your all-star Western Theater.
Drifting along, singing a song under a western moon.
From Hollywood comes your all-star Western Theater, starring America's great Western singers, Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage. Our guest today is Columbia Pictures cowboy singing star Ken Curtis. This is Cottonseed Park, and here are the Riders of the Purple Sage.
The rainbow over the range, and the skies are blue again. The rolling thunder spills in the far-off hills. There's a rainbow over the range. Hear the cowboys yippee-yi-oh, while the doggies mill and low. The sun is rising high in the prairie sky. There's a rainbow over the range. I've been told there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow lane. But I found the trail just a magic veil that's worn in the wind and rain. It's a grand and glorious day, and the clouds have rolled away. The rain thunder stills in the far-off hills. There's a rainbow over the range. I've been told there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow lane. But I found the trail, just a magic veil that's born in the wind and rain. It's a grand and glorious day, and the clouds have rolled away. The faint thunder stills in the far-off hills. There's a rainbow over the range.
In the jive language of today, a Valse cowboy is a cowpoke who is on the beam, a puncher who is hip to what's new and solid in whatever he does. In the old days, such a cowboy was merely referred to as a top hand. It just goes to show that it doesn't make much difference what kind of language is used as long as the quality is there. A good cowboy is a good cowboy in any language. Today, it's the same with Weber's Bread. Weber's Bread is good bread no matter how you ask your grocer for it. You can tell him you want a loaf of Weber's Bread, or you can ask for a loaf of the bread that comes in the famous blue gingham wrapper. He'll know what you mean. And remember, for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Weber's is the bread that adds the extra enjoyment to every meal. Buy a loaf of Weber's Bread next time you go shopping.
Well, you listeners of the All-Star Western Theater are in for a real Western treat today, for we've roped and tied one of the screen's great new Western singing stars to come a-calling on you. And we know you'll be mighty happy to join with us in a big welcome to Ken Curtis. And with him, we welcome a return visit from America's great cowboy champion, Monty Montana. And now to our Western drama for today, entitled The Valse Cowboy, starring Ken Curtis with Monty Montana, Foy Willing, Al Sloy, Jimmy Dean, Johnny Paul, Joe Forte, and Helen Gerald. The Bar 4 Ranch, owned and operated by old Tom Kilgore, well, it's just like any other cattle ranch. It has cattle, horses, corrals, stables, and everything else that goes to make a well-equipped ranch. It has cowhands, too, but that's where the hitch comes in. There's such an unusual variety of hired help that it keeps the old man in one sweat after another. For example, there's Foy Willing. Give him a guitar, pencil, and paper, and he'll write songs till the cows come home. He's always making up rhymes.
Let's see now. There's moon, June, soon, too soon, makey-roon. I should finish this by tomorrow noon.
And then there's Monty, who spends most of his time practicing cowboy yells.
Whee! Yo! Yeah!
And then there's Al. He's always telling funny jokes.
And then he says to him, who was that lady I saw you eating with? And he says, that wasn't no lady I was eating with. That was my knife. Oh!
And Jimmy is the one that spends every spare moment playing gin rummy with himself.
Well, let's see. Lost again. Yeah, that means I owe myself $112.70. Hey, that's pretty good profit for a loser.
Then there's Johnny. Does nothing but practice on that fool fiddle. But the one that's got everybody's senses in an uproar is Ken. Ken has only been on the ranch a month or two now, but from his actions he no doubt comes from the far, far west, West Glendale. At any rate, Ken is a cowboy cat that latched on to the groovy lingo of the more mellow Rooney advocates of the Reeny Rooty. In other words, he might be called a vouch cowboy. At the moment, the entire gang of ranch hands has the owner, Tom Kilgore, in an uproar.
Now, look, boys, I've had all of this foolishness. I'm going to stand around this ranch. Quiet, chip.
Ah, now, boss, you're just getting yourself all worked up over nothing.
Yeah.
Say, you remind me of a feller who walked into a
If
saloon.
you started another one of those unfunny jokes of yours, I'll throw this chair at you.
Oh, this is a good one, old boss. The feller walks into the saloon. He says, give me a drink.
Yeah.
Says, well, the barkeep serves him a glass of water. He tastes of it and says, what is this stuff? Well, the barkeep says, that's water.
Yeah?
The drunk says, something new, eh? Well, you can take my word for it. It'll never sell.
It stinks.
I wish you guys would be quiet. I'm trying to make up a rhyme, and I can't think.
Oh, so the poet can't think. What are you writing now? Your last will and testimony in rhyme?
Nope. But say, that would be a clever idea.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Paul didn't raise no corn last year. Paul raised nothing to sell. Paul didn't raise no beans at all. He was in the city raising...
Yeah, but
He's having lots of fun.
no one but a moron would write that.
Oh,
You ought to be back in the 4th grade of school.
Never got that far in school.
That's easy to believe.
But I was the only boy in the 3rd grade that could vote.
Will you stop playing that infernal fiddle?
Oh, boss, let me play just one piece. Yeah, let's have some music, Johnny.
Yes,
All
right. What can you play besides nothing?
Here's a brand new one, boss. It'll be a big hit.
Yeah?
Good for you, Johnny. What's the name of it?
It's called Arkansas Traveler. Listen.
Now, that's what I call real music. A hillbilly stardust.
Hiya, Gates. What's jumping in the skillet besides grease?
Well, howdy, Ken.
Till you walked in, I was about to enjoy some good music.
If you think that square fare is music, then your clock needs winding.
Huh?
And what's wrong with my music?
You're out of meter, Skeeter.
Well, then maybe you could do better.
Natch, Mac, I'm a fiddling vulture with musical culture. I'm known as the Toscanini of Tennessee. Here, toss me that cigar box with the baling wire and horsehair handle, and I'll give the Arkansas Traveler a zooty ride on Cloud 13.
Here you are, Ken. Now let's have something.
One of you cats latch onto that squeeze box there, and we'll take off like Sally ran. Everybody stand back, or you might get some of it on you.
Ken, I want to hand it to you. I've heard fiddle plays in my day, but that was about the best I ever heard in all my life.
You should get a load of my fiddle playing after I've had a few blocks of Sin Sin.
Kindly talk sideways. I've had about all of this I can stand. I'm going to bed. And good night. Good night.
You know, the boss must have had some.
He's all right. Just a shade square. He's rusty.
Ken, I'm trying to write a new song. Maybe you can help me.
Jackson, your eyeballs are now blinking at a songwriter that is nothing short of terrific.
what did you ever write?
I wrote Stardust by Hoagie Carmichael, Blue Skies by Irving Berlin, San Antonio Rini by Bob Wills. But my newest song is the successor to Cement Mixer, Putty Putty by Slim Gaylor.
And what do you call it?
Pinball Machine Tilty Tilty by Martha Tilton. A mellow little ditty I whipped up in one of my relaxing moments.
Someone's at the door. Get it, Johnny.
Say, maybe that's Monty. He's running late tonight. Hello, Monty. Come on in. Hi-yo, silverware.
Come in, Monty. How are you?
Hiya, Jackson. What's tripping, boy?
Well, I've been over to Lem Wiggins' house learning some new cowboy yells.
Look, Monty, I don't dig you. Why all the boomy routine with the cowboy yell?
Oh, I don't know. I just like to yell, I guess.
Now, look, Jackson, that doesn't make sense. You're liable to rip your radar. Come on now. Why do you do it?
Well, listen, Ken, there's no particular reason.
Fair deal, McNeil, but it don't gel. There's got to be a reason for it when a grown-up man is hip to yelling his cotton-picking head off.
Now, look, Ken, some people like to ride horses, and some like to play the fiddle. Then there's some like to write poetry. But me, I like to holler.
That Monty had better come down out of the stratosphere. He's going to drift around up there and stump his toe on an angel.
That Monty's a great boy.
Oh, he's sharp as a fresh set-on cactus plant, all right. Say, boys, how about making with the music?
That's a good idea, provided you do the singing.
Then let's go. Here's a musical cousin to the pickle in the middle with the mustard on top called Rudy Toots Galoot. I'm Rudy Tootin', highfalutin', Rudy Toot Galoot. I rant and rare and roar and tear and ride and rope and shoot. The women cry when I ride by, but I don't give a hoot. I'm Rudy Tootin', highfalutin', Rudy Toot Galoot. I tell 'em I'm their own, and then I leave 'em all alone. From sunny San Antonio to Butte. Hey, I'm a courtin', sportin', real rip snortin', sort of kind of brute. Just a Rudy Tootin', highfalutin', Rudy Toot Galoot. For Western music, boys, that's as solid as a sick kitten on a warm brick, I mean to say.
Hey, did I ever tell you fellers the one about the boy who took his gal out riding in his car and the car went out of gas?
Don't believe you did. How's he go?
It don't go. You have to push it.
Say, I wonder who that can be. Answer the door, Johnny.
It ain't said nothing.
Boy, are you square. Get me a cigar box and I'll cut your hair.
Never mind, I'll get it.
How do you do? I hope I'm not intruding.
Absolutely not. This is the right place. Come on in. What's your name?
My name is Clementine Carruthers. We're your new neighbors, and I thought the least I could do would be to drop over and get acquainted.
Well, my darling Clementine, come right on in and meet the boys.
My, how flattering. I haven't heard anything like that since I left Georgia.
Boys, this is our new neighbor, Miss Clementine
Carruthers.
Carruthers, and she wants to get acquainted.
Nice.
This is Al, Jimmy, Johnny, and Ken.
I'm right proud to know you, gentlemen. But you didn't tell me your name.
I'm Willie.
I beg your pardon.
You'll have to excuse these boys. They're not very hip with the manners for a classy lassie with a flashy chassis like you.
I beg your pardon.
Clementine, you're fine as wine, and I opine I got the time.
I do declare.
Here comes Monty.
Say, boys, what's going on here?
Monty, this is our new neighbor, Miss Clementine
Carruthers.
Carruthers.
How do you do, Monty?
Heidi-ho.
Oh, how simply flattering. I haven't had a man phone for me since I left Georgia.
Yes, sir. That Monty is a vouch scout. Dr. McVooty in person.
I don't quite understand, Mr. King.
He's in. Mellow. Solid. Bout O'Rooney.
Oh, true to Mickey Rooney.
Don't you dig me?
Dinky. Are you feeling well, sir?
Everything's avocado, honey. I'm just a lad with sharp learning.
I'm so glad for you. Well, boys, I must be moving along. Tomorrow is Monday, and I have an enormous wash to put out.
Do you mean that you put out a washing on Monday?
Every Monday for years.
Then tell me, honey, how do you stay so round, so firm, so fully packed? Ain't I misbehaving, Raven?
Well, good night to you all. And when Mr. Montana comes through, say good night to him for me, will you?
Now, don't rush off, Clementine.
Yeah, don't do nothing hasty, Tasty.
Let's sing her a song, boys.
Do you boys sing?
Natch, and they're rugged and terrific. They're running over with rooty rhythms.
And they seem to be such nice boys.
Here's a little song special for you, Clementine, when the bloom is on the stage.
To most folks, there's a spark that lives forever. Deep down within their fondest memories. Though I have been a rover, I have never found any place that I had rather be. When I found up time in Texas and the bloom is on the stage, then I long to be in Texas, back riding on the range. Just smell the bacon frying when it's sizzling in the pan. Hear the breakfast horn in the early morning, drinking coffee from a can. Just a riding, rocking, roping, pounding leather all day long. Just a swaying, sweating, swearing, listening to a cowhand song. How it beckons and I reckon I would work for any way. Just to be again, to be free again, when the bloom is on the sand.
Wonderful. Well, I must run along now. My husband will be worried about me.
Her spouse is in the house.
Your what? My husband. You must meet him sometime. Heavens to best. What was that?
Lightning just struck that cloud I've been riding on.
Oh, I'm so terribly sorry. I hope it doesn't rain. Well, goodbye, boys.
You know, we get a new neighbor like her and she has to be married.
Hey, boys, we better bring Monty around.
Yeah, here, I'll throw this bucket of water on him. He's coming to now.
How you feeling, Monty?
Everything's old Booty Mascooty. Hubba, hubba.
Well, what do you know? He's hip. He's vouched.
Come on, Ken. Lead me to that slick chick.
She went home to her husband, Monty.
Oh, that's a shame. And she was so C-A-R.
Hey, Monty, look. I don't latch on. What is C-A-R?
Cute and rugged. Boy, do you act like a square. Get a cigar box, and I'll give you a haircut.
A blood brother. This is sensation.
Hey, boys, look what I just read in the paper here.
Oh, I didn't even know you could read.
Oh, get on to your gin rummy game there, man. Look, it says right here, it says Benny Dorsey, the famous orchestra leader, is going to give $5,000 for the best Western song.
Let me see that. Well, what do you know about that? This is for us.
Let me see that paper.
Here.
$5,000. What a mess of letters. Well, come on, boys. Let's get busy.
Oh, I'd rather play gin rummy myself. I can make more money.
Oh, I'm going to send in gags as joke editors and make my pile that way.
Well, what are you going to do, Monty?
Just holler, that's all.
And that leaves it to us, boy.
Then let's get a good night's sleep and start writing the first thing in the morning.
Solid, Sam, but for a good night, let's sing one of those mellow little lullabies like Yip Yip da Hootie.
Now, wait a minute, Ken. Why don't you come over onto our side of the corral and sing that grand cowboy song, Cowboy Serenade?
Then get ready to commence to begin.
Hand me that guitar, Sloey.
Here you are. While I'm rolling my last cigarette, sing that cowboy song I never will forget. The sun's almost set, and I'm rolling my last cigarette through the sagebrush when evening is near. Comes that melody a cowboy holds so dear. Yippee-ki-yay, the sun's almost set, and I'm rolling my last cigarette. Come on, old paint, this time we're riding alone. Gonna meet her where the good green pastures are grown. So while twilight and purple hills fade, from a campfire comes that cowboy serenade. Yippee-ki-yay, the sun's almost set, and I'm rolling my last cigarette. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yippee-ki-yay. Sleep. Well, I'm ready, Gate. Let's ride us off.
Well, I've been up riding for hours. I got it half finished now.
Well, Rudy, let me give it the old eyeball.
Here you are, and if that don't win the $5,000, nothing will.
Let me see. What have we got here? Way down along the Alamo lived a boy of old San Antone. He used to ride the trail under the stars. Are you kidding with this stuff?
Well, those are good lyrics. What are you talking about?
Look, son, the song is dead. It ain't hip. You're not with it. Benny Dorsey has a swing band. He wants something zooty, loud, roomy.
Then start coming up with something.
Okay, McVeigh. Now listen to this. Way down along the Alamo lived a devout cowboy, just a real hip jaw. Now let's see. Oh, yeah, I got it. He used to hit the trail with a beat, and what he was singing to that hoof and meat was strictly a diller, a hillbilly killer from old Amarillo. Zee?
By golly, Ken, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Why, that's as hip as a drip with a whip. Come down off of that cloud and let's finish this epic. Now, look, from here on in, we've got to...
This is Benny Dorsey, ladies and gentlemen, speaking to you from Hollywood. Tonight we're concluding our big $5,000 Western songwriting contest, and we have the winners here to sing it for you. The song selected was written by some singing cowboys of the Bar 4 Ranch, Foy Willing and Ken Curtis, and they're going to join with the Riders of the Purple Sage and the band to sing their $5,000 song, which they call The Vouch Cowboys. Sing it, boys.
Way down along the Alamo lived a vouch cowboy, just a real hip joke. He used to hit the trail with a beat, and what he was singing to that hoof and meat was strictly a diller, a hillbilly killer from old Amarillo. Z.
Bootity, 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 booty, my cootie, get along, little Rainy. Bootity, 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 booty, ki, yippee, ki, bow. Bootity, bootity, booty, my cootie, Rose of San Antonio. Every evening I be riding it out.
At dawn, he just go out his back. Morning was no time to get solid jack. Why, he would wait until it was right. And he knew the right time had to be at night. He's strictly a diller,
A hillbilly killer. Bootity, 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 booty.
he's a vowed cowboy. Get along, Doobaroo.
Sing a song, Mellow Rooney.
Jog along, Buddha Booty.
Bootity, 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 booty.
He's a vowed cowboy.
Star Ken Curtis will be back with you folks in a few moments.
Well, the doings that we've just heard at the Bar 4 Ranch go to show that you can't always tell. It looked like old Tom Kilgore had a peculiar assortment of cowpunchers to help him run his ranch. But when the chips were down, the boys came through. Today, Weber's bread comes through, too. Weber's bread is well mixed and well baked. It has a firm, even texture and a delicious flavor that make it an enjoyable part of every meal. As toast for breakfast, sandwiches for lunch boxes, and when served with more elaborate meals, Weber's bread is always good bread. Buy Weber's bread. You'll find it on your grocer's shelves in the famous blue gingham wrapper, and you'll like it.
And now here comes Foy Willing back to the microphone with today's guest star, Ken Curtis.
Well, Ken, it's been real nice having you with us on our All-Star Western Theater again today.
Oh, thank you, Foy. With all the overseas work I've done with you writers of the Purple Sage and Cottonseed Clark, it just naturally makes me feel at home to be here.
Now tell us, what is the latest Ken Curtis picture over at Columbia Studios?
Well, my newest release, Foy, is Singing on the Trail. I hope some of our listeners will drop by to see it sometime.
I know they'll do just that, Ken. Again, it's been real nice having you here.
Well, I hope you'll invite me back soon. So long, everybody.
So long to you, Ken Curtis. And our thanks also to Monty Montana for his appearance today. Monty, we're going to look for you back again real soon.
Thank you, partner, and I reckon I'll be mighty glad to be here.
Here they are, folks, men of the West from out of the West with a real song of the West. America's great Western singing stars, Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage, singing one of your all-time favorites, At the Rainbow's End.
I've traveled this whole world over, and now I'm going down to the rainbow's end. From twilight till dawn, trudging on and on, till I come to the rainbow's end. For someone has waited there all alone, so I will know at the rainbow's end how it feels to be pressed to an angel's breast when we meet at the rainbow's end. Drifting along, singing a song.
From Hollywood, you've heard your all-star Western Theater, a V.M. Bear production starring America's great Western singers, Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage. Our guest today has been Ken Curtis. My name is Cottonseed Clark.
This program came to you from the studios of KNX, Columbia Square.
KNX Los Angeles, the voice of Hollywood. 24 seconds until 5 p.m. BULOVA, Boulevard Watch Time.